Well, I always knew that I wanted to be a mom. I always knew that I wanted to have 4 kids. I wanted the white picket fence. I wanted to be the stay-at-home mom, the soccer mom. But sometimes our dreams don't always match reality. About 2 years into our marriage, we decided we were going to try to have children. And 10 months into that, it just wasn't working. And so we decided to seek medical help. And I will never forget the doctor telling me, you have endometriosis, and you're not going to be able to conceive. When the doctor told me that we weren't going to be able to conceive, I brushed it off. I was in my 20s. It was fine. We were going to pray about it. It was going to happen. And 5 years later, after failed infertility treatment again and again and again, one day I found out that I was pregnant. Without any infertility treatments at that point. It was spontaneous. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was elated. I told everybody that I knew, our family, our friends, and I just knew that it was a miracle. I mean, we had waited 5 years it had taken to get to this point. We heard our baby's heartbeat 2 weeks in a row, and I remember my doctor saying that once you hear your baby's heartbeat and see it, your chance of miscarriage is less than 1%. And I remember going in for that ultrasound, that third ultrasound at week 9. And it was just eerily quiet in that ultrasound room that day. And I knew the moment that I looked at that monitor, there was just silence. And I remember the nurse saying to me, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." So I thought, we'll keep trying. We'll keep going from there. And about 3 months later, I found out that I was pregnant again. And I was cautiously optimistic that time. I didn't run out and tell everyone that time. I was very excited. And I thought, okay, I must have handled it right the first time when we had the first loss, and God is going to reward us with a baby. And that's not what happened. And in the first trimester, we had another loss. I was really sad, but I still didn't feel defeated. And about a month later, I found out I was pregnant for a third time. And I really thought, okay, third time's a charm. You know, it's going to happen this time. At about 9 weeks, we went in for our third ultrasound yet again, as they were watching me very closely with each pregnancy. And I'll never forget the nurse saying, "I can't find the heartbeat." And I just laid there and I said, no, it's there. Just keep looking. It's there. And she just kept saying, "Honey, I'm so sorry. It's gone. Your baby's passed." And I started crying just from my gut. And a part of me that day, I felt just died, a part of my spirit. It was different from all the other losses. I felt at that moment defeated. I was in so much agony, emotional pain. I couldn't understand how we could go through this journey and how we could experience loss after loss after loss. At that point, I became angry. I was angry at God. I was angry at others, and it seemed like every week somebody was popping up pregnant, whether it was family or friends. Somebody was announcing, "I'm pregnant." And it was hard for me. It was a very difficult time. And I started to slip into a depression. When I sunk to my lowest point, I literally had nowhere else to go. And I remember getting on my knees one day and literally throwing my arms up in the air and just crying out to the Lord and saying, "I can't do this anymore. I am physically and emotionally drained, and I need you." And that is when He revealed the verse to me, Philippians 4:13, that I knew, and I had it in my heart, but I had never lived it. I had never applied it to my life. And once I had applied that verse, which He showed me, "And you can do this. I am your source of strength," I realized that I could get through this. Yeah, this is tough, but I can get through this loss. I can get through infertility because He is my source of strength, and He hasn't forsaken me. He didn't leave me. Even though we had lost 3 children that I know are in heaven, I remember giving thanks. And the Lord has blessed us with a living, breathing miracle, a beautiful little girl who is now 5. And I know how precious her life is. And I know that had we not experienced all the losses that we did, I would probably take her for granted. And now I don't. In my darkest hour, God showed me that I was going to be okay. And I can now boldly look infertility in the face and say, I'm going to be okay, because God said that I can do all things through Him. And so I can face my darkest hour and know that He's there with me and I can get through it.